All right, welcome everyone to this episode of Monetizing Your Mental Host. I'm Will Christensen, your host. This podcast is sponsored and created by the founders of Seller Labs, an amazing tool for new Amazon sellers. McCall, welcome to the podcast.
I will. I'm so excited to be here with you.
We're stoked to jump into the conversation here, and McCall is actually an example of someone who has monetized her mental capital to, I think, an nth degree. Many of us want to claim something she's done actually within the last 4 months. She's had the opportunity to sell company, which in my opinion is like the epitome of monetizing mental capital. You had an idea, you created something, and you actually sold that something to another company. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I didn't, it was not kind of in the back of my head from the beginning when I started my agency. And so when you have this plan, you kind of work for the goal. And yeah, it came faster than I thought, but I'm super excited to be now part of a bigger company that I get to learn so much more. So yeah, I'm excited.
Very cool. So, McCall, why would an Amazon seller who's looking to either monetize their mental capital or they're looking for nuggets to really help them grow their Amazon business, why would that individual be interested in chatting with
Yeah, so in the past, I would say probably the past 7 years, I had big opportunity. I feel like it's like kind of, when you kind of know your mission in life sometimes to help hundreds, if not thousands of Amazon sellers kind of expand a little bit outside of Amazon.
you? Mm-hmm.
So I had a really big success. I started selling on Amazon in 2011. So, I think like 13 years, right? So I started when Amazon was really kind of easy to sell, was not a lot of sellers, and nothing was there. You could have just come and create listing to items that are not on Amazon and start getting sales literally in hours, right? Because people start loving Amazon. It was nothing there. So I was not the one that focusing on, like I started a little bit with reselling, but I very fast, I understand that the money is where the items that are not listed yet. So taking that, I had a really big success on Amazon. Years went by, become very competitive. I was selling mostly, I was working with manufacturers of licensed merchandise. And
Mm,
Amazon kind of saw the opportunity there and slowly, either start communicating with the manufacturer I work with and start buying directly from them, or either just start giving me IP claims for everything I sold. So I got very frustrated, but then I got an email one day, and I remember I was just visiting, I was at ASD show and just looking for some new connection and merchandise. And I opened my phone, I got an email from Walmart. It's like, hello, we would like to invite you to sell on Walmart. I don't know why, but I was like so excited. And I was like, that's exactly what I was looking for, right? Something else than, just fighting Amazon all day long with IP claims. So I started selling on Walmart and started taking all the items that I couldn't sell anymore on Amazon and put them on Walmart. And guess what? Customers searching for this item, they cannot find them on Amazon. They will find them on Walmart. And super fast, I started making another nice income from Walmart. And I took the same strategy that Walmart is a new marketplace. There's thousands, if not millions of items. They're not on Walmart yet. And I was focusing on all the listing, creating listing, and grow my sales to like really fast to six figures on Walmart and start teaching all my friends. And I was in mastermind groups and start telling everyone the stories, right? And start, helping everyone how to sell on Walmart, what to sell, how to, kind of a source and all these things. And everybody, had really good experience. And then COVID came and everybody was like exploding on Walmart back then, right? E-commerce was just exploding. So as well as, whoever was selling on Walmart. So that was fun. And then, your question, why would Amazon seller will, want to talk to me? Because I can show you there is other ways to be successful on e-commerce. And there's other marketplaces, and I can show you how to be very successful selling on Walmart.
Beautiful. So the goal of our podcast today, as we dig into the monetizable nuggets, the things that you discovered that were monetizable, what we'd love to do is find some complementary nuggets that imagine that we're at a cocktail party and we're handing out chicken nuggets here. If we're at this cocktail party and we're handing out these free nuggets, these nuggets of monetizable mental capital, what I'm looking for is if we can find things that our listeners could actually implement today, things that they might be able to do to identify products that would do well on Walmart, as well as just different ways of connecting those dots. So can you tell me, what are the first things I should be looking for as a seller around putting my products on Walmart?
Yes, great question. So there's a couple of strategies that I will when I work with the seller and he's like, oh, I got an account on Walmart, I don't know what to sell. That's a great question. The first thing I would say, you have experience. You came from Amazon. You came from somewhere. So kind of take your experience and kind of change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, your mindset is kind of stuck on Amazon. So if you had, for example, a product that really good, but they didn't sell because they had too much competition, check Walmart. See how's Walmart. Do you have competition? I had lots of items that we're looking at Walmart and nobody's selling them. They're not there. People are looking for them. So you can actually see. So a couple of the things that we do is, today there is some tools out there that can help you see if there's a search volume for different keywords. So I would say that's one way to go, is kind of understand what customers are searching on Walmart. And from that place, you kind of need to see, is there offers? If you find, and you will be surprised that even till today, I find so many good phrases with thousands of searches and there's not much product, or, one or two people are selling it. And, one or two, it's not real competition. Like, I don't think that's a competition, right? If just one or two, three sellers selling it, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is see what's selling already really good on Walmart and create another offer. So you can either use a different brand, you can do 2 packs, you can do a lot of other things. So again, start with things that you kind of have experience. When we go a little bit more advanced, people that actually want to take Walmart and build a real business, we were looking at more as like white label. What is the perfect product that can be very successful on Walmart as a private label? And in all of those, I would say to people, sometimes they have great idea, they did the research, but they still kind of hesitating to take any action. So, I think the most important thing is take the action and understand that even if you failed, it's okay to fail, right? You're learning something new. I think failing is very important in the e-commerce game because you cannot let the failure stop you. You need to continue. So if this product, try another product, try a different strategy. And I think the most important thing is, again, understand that Walmart is a different marketplace. So you have to understand the customer, how they're searching for it. So a lot of people, they're taking their product and putting them on from Amazon to Walmart without doing any kind of keyword research. Walmart have different phrases. So again, using tools, using, the guidelines that Walmart is giving you will help you be very successful on Walmart.
So you mentioned one of the first things, find a place where you can find some search data around like what's actually selling or what the volume is. What's a good place that I can go to find that search data?
So there's a couple of tools that are kind of Walmart focused. One of them is Wally Smarter. That's a Carbon 6 tool. And the other one is a Data Spark. That's like the first tool that ever came out to Walmart. And
I know the guys over at DataSpark. They're cool people.
yes. And there's a couple, actually, I just heard this couple of new ones. I didn't try them yet, so I cannot tell you much. But another one is Helium 10. They took their tools and convert them to Walmart as well. So this is like kind of 3 tools. And again, there's new tools coming out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's tools, right?
Okay. Another question for you here. Can you think back to the first time you've monetized mental capital? Like going back in time, what's the first time you can remember monetizing your mental capital?
I think it was back then on Amazon when I actually started making money, right? I was like, okay, we have to I would start looking at the reports, right? What my fees, what was my FBA fees, what my shipping fees. I was actually paying attention. There can be mistakes. Understanding that monetizing it is even a system or people can make mistakes. So monetizing is extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to understand, things like, what's all my expenses, ads, and then my cost, trying to look if I'm really making any profit. So I would say that in the first few years, I saw a lot of profit with time, with the fees, the fees they start taking a big chunk of, so again, selling things that you have profit. I think one of the things that I was never
I do have a quick question there.
Yeah.
So going back even earlier, so think like lemonade stand early. Can you remember an early time in your life where you monetized mental capital? For my daughter, it would totally be a lemonade stand. She's made $80 on the corner before selling lemonade or different things. Anything super early? Yeah,
I started working when I was 16. So I started very early. I was a waitress and I used to get cash every day. So I actually was very disciplined. I don't know, nobody really told me, but I was like, I didn't know what to do with all this cash, right? So I was counting it, putting it, and every couple of days I would go to the bank, I opened a saving account, and I was depositing all this cash into my saving account and just living, a little bit in my checking account. So I started that when I was 16. And 4 years later, I had enough money that I could stop working and go travel the world for a couple of months. So that was fun.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Where'd you go?
My first trip was Thailand and Australia.
Thailand and Australia. Those are 2 places I want to go. I have not been to either one. That's cool.
It was fun.
Living some of the fruits of your labors.
Yes.
So tell me,
and by the way, I did not spend all my money. There was just a little bit of the money I was saving, right? I still had money when I come back. So that was good.
Nice. Well done. Well done. And you started this. What were some of the initial nuggets that you came across? Things that you realized, oh my gosh, this is repeatable. I can help other people with this. What were some of those nuggets that you came across that made you realize, wait a minute, we could probably really create something powerful here and help other people sell on Walmart? What were some of those things that you recognized that were repeatable?
Yeah. So the way I was sourcing, there was way too much thing for me to be able to buy and sell. And so that was something, this is why I love to share that, because again, we're talking about early days when still thousands, if not millions of products were still not on Walmart. We're talking about back a couple of years ago when I looked at the numbers, Amazon had 600 million items on their catalog. When Walmart only had 100 million products. That's like it is a 500 million products. They're not on Walmart. So so once you have the system, there is enough for everyone.
And so is that do those numbers still look like that, or are there a lot
It's
more? Like what's the opportunity like now?
Yeah, it's still very far. I think Walmart is at 200 plus million products. Amazon still have much more. There's still a lot of opportunities. I see them every day because I do a lot of I have a lot of folks that coming from Amazon, and we're working either one-on-one or either in groups. We're working on sourcing for Walmart together. So we still like just the other day, we were looking again. There's different ways when we come to source. And by the way, another great way I'm giving here, usually I get paid for that. A great way is going to Amazon, and Amazon is giving you like the best sellers, right? So you have the best sellers in toys and beauty. So when all these new products are coming trendy on TikTok or Instagram, where you see them usually, you would see them on the best sellers. So if you're not a big, you're on TikTok all day, go to Amazon bestsellers, look at the product there, and then go to Walmart and see, is it there? How many people are selling that? If it's just few, you still have a place. And I say to all the people I'm working with, you can always take something that is already on Walmart or Amazon. Again, the only thing you need to do is make it better. You make it better, better images, better video, better quality. And this item is already selling. There is no reason why you're not going to sell and be very successful selling this product. There's demand.
So if I'm understanding that correctly, what you're doing is you go to Amazon's page and you see all the things that it says are best sellers in the different categories. And then you go look at that best seller in the Amazon category, go see if you can find that product on Walmart. And if you can't, there's an opportunity there.
Oh yeah.
Or even if there's just a few sellers there, they're becoming comparable enough marketplaces that the search traffic on the one is going to mirror the search traffic on the other.
Exactly, because if it's number one on Amazon, it's mean that people are searching for it. So if people are searching for it, they're not just going to take that phrase and go on Amazon. They're going to go on Google. They're going to go maybe on Walmart. So there is a place. Once something is trending, people will search for it, and wherever they're going to find it, and that offer looks, attractive enough, they will end up buying it.
Interesting. So as you identify best sellers in both places, you can begin to find some real opportunities and go make deals with the manufacturers or whoever it is that's there, and you can carve out a space for yourself on Walmart.
Yes. I'm going to give you a big one here. Another great way to make money on Walmart is really finding those products and manufacturers that when you go to Walmart, you see that the brand itself is not selling it, right? Like a lot of beauty product or even groceries. You see people are selling them. People are making money because you can see the sales. You can go to the brand, to the manufacturer, and usually maybe a lot of them, you'd be surprised. It's not that they don't want to sell on Walmart. It's just they don't have the sources, the people. And if you come and say, hey, I'm going to take your product, I'm going to monetize it on Walmart, I'm going to protect your brand, make sure that your prices are protected, your listing is good, I can monetize the reviews, making sure, do the best job possible on Walmart. Can I be your exclusive seller? You would be surprised how many yes you're going to hear.
Interesting. So lots of people who would be really interested in some help kind of connecting those dots from a standpoint of, getting in and getting helpful. And is that where you're creating an exclusive relationship with that manufacturer? Like, okay, cool, I'll do this, but I've got to be the only one who's able to sell your stuff on Amazon. That kind of thing?
On Walmart, it's exclusive. It's like
Walmart,
the brand is giving you exclusivity because they know you're going to protect their brand, because other sellers come and they can sell it in really high prices or low prices, and that's going to hurt the brand, especially if the brand is, have a lot of retail or even on Amazon, because every time that you sell a product on the same item is on Amazon and Walmart, both marketplace have an algorithm that constantly check the other competitor price. So if, for example, you're selling something on Amazon, it's your brand, but someone's selling it on Walmart in a lower price, Amazon can actually take you out of the buy box. They're going to penalize you. And the same with Walmart. They're going to actually unpublish you or take you out of the buy box. So you really, when you have a brand, you want to make sure you monetize it very well.
Yeah. You want to make sure that you know exactly what's going on there and things are coming through in a manner that's effective. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
And,
I
and
love
talking
that.
about, managing your, your capital, and, you don't want to kind of lose a lot of money because you don't monetize your product, where they're selling, who's selling them. That's your profit. Like that is
Mm,
so important for, the future of your brand, because you will get, again, marketplace is going to penalize you. Or even if you sell on retail, right? Let's say you're selling to CVS, and now sellers come in and selling your product cheaper than that on Amazon. CVS is going to drop you off.
interesting. So, okay, imagine for a moment that you went to a coffee shop and a good friend of yours is there. You haven't seen them in a while, and this good friend of yours turns to you and says, "So, I'm just getting started on Walmart. I have no idea what to do next." And you ask them, "Well, I mean, how much money are you doing on Walmart right now?" And they're like, "I mean, maybe $1,000 a month." So it's obviously way too small to pick up and have you be their, Avenue 7, it's way below their margins, right?
Yeah.
What would you tell that seller to go do to get, to kind of bolster it? Like, you want them to grow to the point where they could become a client, right? Because they're a good friend of yours. What would you tell them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So first, I will be sharing a lot, like, what I shared with you today, kind of give him some direction, what he should do and what he should try. And I'm a big believer in testing. Testing, don't take action. Like, don't just, I talk sometimes with people that they're like, oh, we took that course, and they're taking so many courses, but they're not taking action. So I think
Mm,
taking action is the first thing. And the second, I will tell them, make sure you're on groups. There's groups I created many, many years ago. When I started with Walmart, I created a nice, safe group. It is absolutely free for everyone on Facebook group. So people can come and ask this question. Hey, I started selling on Walmart. I got this error. What can I do? I got this message from Walmart, from, a safe place where you can actually share, your success or share your frustrations, like
yeah,
either or. So I would say, go and find groups that you can get some good support. And
interesting.
yeah, so this is really, and again, everybody's welcome to come and check selling on Walmart Marketplace. Again, it's a free group on Facebook where you guys can, put a question. And sometimes I feel like I don't know why I'm there, because people are so fast, they're answering and helping. So again, it's a great community. And we also have a smaller group that is like more like a mastermind. So if you feel like you really want to take it seriously and you want to get from, you know, like maybe you're now on 4 figures or 5 figures, but you want to get really fast,
Mm,
maybe 6 figures, you need to be in a good place where people already did that. So you can get there with their support as well.
I
So
love it.
I think that's really what I would send him to do.
Yeah, that's good advice. So to sum that up, go find groups. Go find, there's a group that you've started. Go find other groups where people are talking about selling on Walmart, and then, go looking for the best sellers that are missing from one place to another.
And keywords, go and look at tools for Walmart that's showing you what people are searching on Walmart. I'm
See,
surprised all the time that I run some searches and I find a phrase, and then I go and there's no offers. The people are searching for things they're not yet on Walmart. So
mm,
That's actually my favorite one. That's how I sell all my stuff. I just love to find what people are searching for and create that offer.
I love it. Sounds like a beautiful opportunity. Okay, so as we finish the podcast out here, I have one final question for you. If you were to make a phone call back to that younger version of yourself, the 16-year-old, and she's just got back from her trips, traveling the world, she's got some more money in her account. What is one piece of advice you might give her that might help her monetize her mental capital more effectively?
Great question. It's actually something that that I'm thinking about lots the last year is don't run after fast money. Build something. Even if you build something like you build a brand, don't go and search for, what to sell to make, $500 today or, make up all of that. Build something. Even if you're not going to see a lot of money, if you build a brand or you build an agency or you build something, you would see so much more money in the future. So really understanding that we're here, we're not going nowhere. So make plan for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, really make plans long-term and understand that you need to build something that have value in it. I talked to a lot of people, they're reselling, they're doing wholesale. I'm like, you sell on Amazon, you sell on Walmart, you're busy all day, but what actually you created for yourself is a job. You don't have a business, because if this wholesaler say, I'm not selling to you anymore tomorrow, or Amazon give you an IP claim and say you cannot sell this brand anymore tomorrow, you don't have a business. And I recently hear on so many people that their account got terminated because they're resellers. Amazon don't want you there anymore. So you need to start building a business that is going to last and grow. And again, one day you can exit.
Interesting. So go for the long-term money. And if you aren't the exclusive seller, if you're just a reseller, you don't own a job, you own a business.
Yeah, you own a job, not a business.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Final question. Any tips, tricks, hacks, or books you would say have helped you monetize your mental capital more effectively over the last year?
Oh, yeah. I'm reading a lot of books. I would say probably when I was even just, I think 20, I started with, understanding that self-help books can, change your life. So The Secret, that was the first one, kind of make me understand that you can manifest things if you focus on them and you believe in it and you kind of feel it. And actually I have behind me so many books. So, how to Rich Dad, How to Grow Rich. What's the name of the famous one? Think and Grow Rich.
Oh,
right?
Think and Grow Rich. Yeah.
Yeah. So those really had big influence on me. So any book that from two ways, kind of give you practical things and mindset. So I think that's the most important thing, mindset. Believe in yourself.
I love it. Well, that's it for our episode today of Monetizing Your Mental Capital. I'm your host, Will Christensen. Again, this is brought to you by Seller Labs, an amazing tool for new Amazon sellers. And McCall gave us a bunch of good nuggets there she even said it, I get paid to tell people this stuff. So if you're looking for an expert on the Walmart side of things, obviously McCall's somebody who we can tell she knows her stuff. McCall, anything else you'd want to share with the audience before we wrap up today?
No, thank you. And again, I love to hear from people, and I'm always up to, meet new people, help if I can. So feel free to reach out. Find me on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm happy to help.
All right. Over and out. Thank you very much.